Wow, we can definitely say that this movie is way better than the first one. Zootopia has survived countless of crises, but nothing compares to what's happening now. The moment the credits ended, the city quietly stepped into one of the most dangerous chapters in its history. A chapter built on fear, betrayal, and enemies who refuse to stay locked away. 200 inmates are loose. Not petty thieves, not low-level inmates, they are the hidden monsters of Zootopia's past. We have manipulators, political tools, and the very individuals that Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde once risked everything to capture. But among all of them, one escape stands out above the rest. One inmate who doesn't need claws, fangs, or brute force to break the city apart, because we've seen it before. The soft voice with the sharpest mind. The lamb who once turned prey and predator at the same time. Of course, we're talking about Dawn Bellwether. This time she's not behind bars, and this time she has an army. And it's very clear that she's gonna team up with every single member that came out of that prison in the movie and literally break Zootopia apart. And that's exactly what we're gonna be breaking down and talking about here in today's video, guys. We're gonna be taking a close look at the post-credit scene and the ending scene and explain what happens here in detail, and explain why the third movie is gonna be better than all of them combined. So without further ado, guys, let's just get right into it. In the ending, before the twist, the final minutes of the movie show a city trying to heal, with the Lynx family's power dismantled. The truth about the reptile district has been revealed, and Judy and Nick finally facing their emotions. This is the amazing scene where we see Nick and Judy finally express not their feelings, but they express their incredible affection for each other. Not in a romantic way still, because Disney is still playing with our feelings and not showing their full feelings to us, because we know there is something there, but it's not super clear. Here in this scene, we see them talking to each other and finally getting to understand that they work great as a team, and they have incredible love for each other as partners, not in a romantical sense. Zootopia enters a new phase, with Judy returning Nick's pen, and for the first time, neither of them hides how meaningful they are to each other, and the city celebrates the return of the reptile district after being gone for over a century because of lies and because of the Lynx family's agenda behind it, because they stole the patent. And Judy and Nick, along with Flash and Nibbles, prepare for whatever comes next, believing they've closed a major chapter. But the movie reminds us there is work far ahead of us, because there is an incredible moment that happens in this movie that really prepares us for the third one, and the premise of it is so rich in material that there is no doubt that Zootopia 3 is definitely going to be the best one out of the whole franchise. And this really is the escaped inmates. During the chaos at the station earlier in the film, a catastrophic mistake occurs. Every inmate is accidentally freed. Not a handful, not a small group, some of them extremely dangerous, some of them with history against the police force, some of them with direct ties to the conspiracies Judy and Nick just uncovered. And the film makes it absolutely explicit near the end. In the post-credit scene, they have many things to do. They must capture the 200 inmates that escaped. This is not a background detail, it's a direct setup. Zootopia is now filled with loose inmates, each of them with their own motives, alliances, and grudges. And Judy and Nick aren't returning for peace, they're entering a city on the verge of instability. And most importantly, they have to fight against it. So let's watch the post-credit scene together and discuss every single detail that we see in it and what it means for the next movie and how the third movie is going to pick up from here. So let's see it. Well, it's an amazing and very juicy post-credit scene, isn't it? So in the post-credit scene, we understand that among the 200 fugitives that we see, one name stands above all the others, and it's Dawn Bellwether, the mastermind behind the events of the first film, and is now free again. And the movie confirms that she is Judy and Nick's first priority. This gives the story a clear and linear direction. Step 1, they're going to be behind 200 inmates that escaped, and they have to be put back in prison. Step 2, Bellwether is one of them. And step 3, Judy and Nick must recapture her at any single cost. Bellwether is not just another escaped prisoner. Her intelligence, political manipulation skills, and understanding of Zootopia's weaknesses make her a uniquely dangerous threat, especially now, when the city is undergoing massive structural changes, including the reptile family. With the Lynx family gone and public trust shaken, Bellwether now has the perfect conditions to rebuild influence from the shadows and really take it advantage of all the chaos that has been going on because of what happened in this movie. So let's discuss the post-credit scene with each other and see every detail in it. We see Nick and Juddy flirting with each other as always in a way that we have never seen in the first movie, but still for some reason Disney hasn't really taken the step ahead and showed a real relationship between both. I don't know why they haven't done that and why they want to show that, but here the flirting is absolutely out of this world, and the look in each other's eyes. Juddy is flirting with Nick, telling him that she's gonna give him the carrot back when they hunt down and catch every single one of the inmates that escaped. And then after this, we see a scene where an Australian koala with an incredible accent in a company called Outback Island, home of the Pina Koala. And he of course is a travel agent for a company that travels to Australia. We see a tiny character handing money over the counter to the koala and telling him to give him a ticket to Outback Island. The koala tells her don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you like the service of the company, and she says I will, with a mischievous smile and look, really preparing for something naughty that she is gonna do in the third movie. And then we see her sit in the airport waiting for the plane to come and sipping on her coconut, when all of a sudden in the background we see two characters with two hats, and then their faces are revealed, and of course it's Nick and Juddy really going incognito to catch Bellwether in this island. They talk to each other to prepare themselves to hunt Bellwether in a funny way, and then the post-credit scene ends on a funny note. And this post-credit scene is essentially prepping us for the third movie. So what's gonna happen in the Zootopia 3 movie? Well, the direction of this film becomes very clear and linear because the manhunt begins. Juddy and Nick must track down these violent offenders, old enemies, and inmates connected to the Lynx family and Bellwether herself. This is not a short mission, it's a city-wide crisis, and we're most probably gonna see a lot of characters that were stuck in that prison that we have never seen before. New animals with new stories that we are really gonna get to know in the third movie. It's gonna be really interesting. But we can't truly forget that Bellwether is the central threat. She knows how to manipulate fear, how to hide in plain sight, how to influence public opinion, how to exploit political chaos, and she's uniquely dangerous in a current stable environment that Zootopia is suffering from, like we've discussed before. Another point is that Zootopia is changing. The film ends with the Serpent District restored, all corruption exposed, the police force shaken, and public trust fragile. You know, inmates thrive in this kind of shift, and Bellwether is the type who would use this to her advantage. And Bellwether hints at a new layer. It's symbolic, subtle, and deliberate. The movie uses this character to imply that someone unseen is involved. Bellwether is the archetype of the soft-spoken mastermind, the kind of villain who hides behind a harmless appearance, someone who convinces the world she's weak, underestimated, and not worth paying attention to, until she already controls everything from behind a curtain. Basically what we saw in the first movie, she doesn't attack the city head-on, she twists fear into weaponry, and she turns others into her hands and tools. And that's why her escape is so terrifying, and that's why we see her smile at the end of the credits. Bellwether archetype is the hidden intellectual threat, the underestimated outsider. And if we go to a power analysis into Bellwether, we can see that she has a talent for reading. She's cracking the system, weakness in the leadership, public fear, inter-species tensions. She doesn't create chaos from nothing. She uses this chaos to her advantage. Because one thing that is really not apparent in the movie is the relationships that she has made in prison. We don't know any of this, but she's probably gonna have a lot of allies, and a lot of them are gonna be from the people that escaped the prison. We still don't know who these characters are, but we can definitely count on very strong and intelligent ones that she met in prison time. So this is essentially the explanation of the post-credit scene and why it is so important for the third movie. It's really gonna be interesting to see all of these characters come together and create a blossom and a bouquet of incredible adventures that we're going to be able to witness on the big screen. It's definitely going to be an adventure to watch. And all of a sudden, everybody is stoked to watch the third movie when you see the post-credit scene, and you'll really understand it, because most people don't understand what happened here. And that's exactly the post-credit scene explained in complete detail. What do you guys think? Do you think the Zootopia 3 movie is going to be better than the second one and the first one?